Great. There are plenty of empty seats, so if you're in the back standing, come on, filter in and fill in the empty seats. Yeah, so a very interesting discussion. I guess to build big companies in Israel, we have to teach Israeli entrepreneurs to be patient. So good luck with that. The next panel, I think, is our next presenter is an interesting example of a company that has a fantastic idea, the idea that we've all come to know and love around the convenience of personal transportation. This is a company that started in Israel and has expanded across numerous countries, is now here in New York doing a great job. Karev from Gett is going to tell us about his company, and we'll all get excited and hopefully use his service later today.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Karev, and I was wondering how we can become intimate in about 300 full seconds that I have. So let's see if I can tell you a little bit about myself, a little about the company, and still leave time for questions. So you'll hear kind of a mixed bag of an accent because the better part of the last decade I was the CEO of United Healthcare International. Most of you know what United Healthcare, love it or hate it, I'd go for the second, but whatever. And I retired back to Israel after close to 20 years in the US, and I had a career as a serious dude. I had a year of mountain biking in the Zichron area, which for some of you may know, it's a very nice place to go mountain biking and running and swimming and kayaking. And then a friend of mine called me and said, hey, why don't you come and do something serious? So I said, why not? I've known him for 16 years. This is the founder of Gett Taxi. Some of you may have heard of Gett Taxi. Some of you may not. In the States, you hear it as Gett, but in Israel, it is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. So I called my mother-in-law and I said, I'm becoming an executive in a Gett Taxi company. She said, what's that? I said, Gett Taxi. She said, what happened? You had such a nice career. You're going to be a dispatcher. I said, no, this is a serious company, disruption, innovation. We're going to change the world. She says, yeah, are they paying you? So that was kind of the discussion that I had, and that's the part on the intimate part. And now let's go to the company itself. So in about 3.5 seconds, you'll know what Gett Taxi is all about. We are Uber with a twist. Several twists, exactly. But anybody here have taken Uber ever? Show of hands. What a nice, warm crowd. That's wonderful. So most of you know exactly what I mean by saying we are Uber, but with a twist. And the question is, what is the twist? That's the whole thing. So first, we're Israelis. Good, bad, we're a little thorny. We think we know everything. We can conquer the world in about 3.5 seconds, and we truly believe that we're going to do that. Second, we actually do have a huge difference from Uber, and let me focus on that. So you're mostly a crowd of investors. Let's talk about numbers a little bit. In the last 3.5 years, we've raised in excess of $200 million. We're well funded for what we're planning to be. We're profitable on the unit price on anything that we do. We have close to 350 employees. We work in 4 countries. We have more than 20,000 cars working with us in those countries. We started in Israel, where we are the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Uber is having a hard time. We continued in Russia. I'd say we are the 200-pound gorilla in Russia right now. We expanded in the UK. We're now in 7 cities in the UK. And we're just starting in New York City to make some noise. We did make some noise about 3-4 months ago when we had a $10 round all over Manhattan. It was wonderful. We just found out how much we're not ready for it. And so there's a lot of kind of taking in and deciding what we're going to be doing. When you say about, when I say Uber with a twist, let me talk about the twist. A couple of things that we do that are fundamentally different. The first thing that we do is we want to be your preferred app to get a ride wherever we have drivers. To do that, we needed to do some things. So the first thing you can do is you can do a future order, future reservation of your rides in the app. You don't need to call us. It's not 77777, even though we know how to work that way. You can simply go in and book 2 weeks ahead of time. We have fixed prices. Isn't it annoying that the other leading brand, you go into the car and you have no clue how much you're going to pay? I mean, this is like, these guys think that we're still in the 90s. They're great, by the way. For all of you that have taken a ride with Uber, they're a terrific company. Don't get me wrong. It's just that we have a twist, and a couple of them. So future rides, booking ahead of time. We actually do have a 24/7 human in every city that we operate. So we have people here in New York. I got to warn you, being partially a New Yorker, that if you're going to annoy them, they're going to tell you what they think. But the fact is that they know the market, they can arrange a car, they can handle your services. Very nice thing. We also have a very strong vetting process for our drivers. It's not like you're going to get into a car wondering if you're ever going to come out of the car. Not that the competition is that way. I'm just saying on our end, this is what we do. On the corporate, we have close to 2,000 corporate clients worldwide. We have more than 50% of Fortune 500. So we're hardly new to the business. We are new to New York, and we're going to begin to show our capabilities and hopefully learned experiences here in New York as well. So, given the fact that I'm running out of time, I'll take two questions. One, how do we make money? Don't worry, I'm going to do it in 60 seconds. How do we make money? We charge. That's how we make money. And second, do we pay our drivers less than Uber does? The answer is no, we actually pay them more. So we're nice, we have fixed prices, and I think we have a pretty good shot at succeeding here in New York. Thank you again for your time, and thank you, Landmark, for having me here.